All right, everyone. Welcome back. This is multiple area OSPF. Very basic multi-area OSPF, but so you can understand the concepts. Are you going to be tested on this? Not whatsoever. Not whatsoever. Do you need to understand that area 0 is your backbone area? Yes. You understand everybody sends their information to area 0? Yes. Does everybody need to connect to area 0 directly or indirectly? Yes. That the router that connects you to area 0 is called an area border router? Yes. Will they test you on it? No. Do you need to know it? Yes. Sounds kind of funny, right? But that's just the way it is. The book talks about it, so you need to know about it. You need to know about it when you go out there and you interview and these people that have no idea what they're interviewing you about. All right? So you can answer their questions, which they still don't know the answer to, but you give it to them anyway. But yeah, you will encounter multiple area OSPF out there. So I'll show you a little basic configuration of multiple area OSPF. Not a big deal. Nothing that you need to focus on heavily at all for your CCNA. Besides the fact that, hey, area 0 is your backbone area. Okay? So I know that it is possible. So what do we have here? You see some loopbacks, you see some IP addresses, right? It's all Ethernet. So what does that mean? DRs. All right, so here, oh no, here, sorry. I forget. My brain's going crazy. All right, so what you see in red, if you see it in red, all right, from the loopback 222, loopback 333, the 10114, 10118, and the loopback 111, that is your area 0. And then from the 101112 and the loopbacks, and the 10116 and the loopback, that is, area 1 and area 2. I want to make them all talk. We're going to make them all talk. And there's really no special configuration that you have to do. You just got to make sure you put each interface in the right area. And since they're connected, since this was directly connected to that one, okay, and you're connected to him, it will send the information on forward to area 0. If there would have been another router in between router 4, right? If there would have been another router here with another network, then that router would not, you would have to do something called a virtual link at that point with the router ID, the area you need to traverse with that router 4's ID. So it's a little bit different. But again, there's no need to get into that detail. All right, you're not going to do anything like that. Know that you could do it, but again, for the CCNA purposes, no. So let's go ahead and have some fun with this. All right, and basically the IP addresses are already on there, but we'll verify to make sure everything's copacetic. Okay, and then we'll configure. So let's verify the IP addresses. All right, so let's do a show start. Let's just look at the whole thing. Let's maximize the screen. Okay, and let's take a look here. Here's our loopback 1111. Here's our 10115, which is on the 10114 network. 10119, which is the 10118 network. And cool. All right, so we're good there. IPs are there. Let's do let's just do a show IP int brief. All right, shows everything as up. Very good. That's what we want to see. Well, let's take a look at the routing table. What do we see in the routing table? Show IP route. All you see is just directly connected neighbors. That's all you see. All right, so that is the top router. Let's take a look at this one. So we're going to enable show start. Let's take a look at it. There's our loopback 3, our 101110, which is in the 8 network, and then 101117. And that's all she wrote right there. All right, and then we come here. Enable, show start. We have our loopback, all 5s, and the 10118. All right, so those IP addresses are already there. That's good. Because remember, this right here is going to be area 2. This section right there. That's area 2. And then over here, this section is going to be area 1. All right? Cool. So let's go ahead and configure area 1. We'll leave area 0 for last. All right? So let's go ahead and do that. Doesn't even kind of make sense. Why can't you do area 0 first? That's the one you need to do first, right? Well, I want to do area 1 first. All right? That's just the way I am. I like going from left to right. I'm always different. You guys know that. I'm a rebel. Yeah, maximize, right? Why not? So if we maximize it, we need to know what we're advertising. So show IP in brief. And of course, the loopback is going to be using, well, let's do show protocols to make sure, because the show protocols gives us the actual mask. Yeah. The 10114 is using a CIDR 30, and the loopback is using a 32. So let's go ahead and do OSPF. Now this is area 1. Area 1. So config T, router, OSPF 1. Again, the process ID number doesn't matter. It's local to the router. And we're going to do network 4.4.4.4, 0.000, 32, right? Area 1. Oh, one too many zeros. I mean, one too many periods. Okay. So yeah, I had a decimal up here. Where is it? Yeah, I put a decimal right there. One too many. Okay. And we advertise the other network, which is 10.1.1.4 network. 10.1.1.14, sorry, 14. And it's 0003, so 252 mask, area 1. UWR. So we do a show start. There's our OSPF with both of those in area 1, which is these two right here. All right, that is area 1. So this router right here, this area border router, his interface, this particular interface, so he's also part of area 1, and then the loopback will be part of area 0 plus the 10.1.1.5, the 10.1.4. So there's 3 networks here for this ABR, this area border router. That's going to go ahead, you need to advertise one interface. That's going to be the 10.1.1.12 network in area 1, and the other 2 interfaces will be in area 0. So let's go ahead and do that. And again, we'll do the show protocols command. So we can have the info right there in front of us, show protocols. And one of the reasons I like that is just the fact that I can see the mask. All right, config T, router, OSPF 1. All right, so the 10.1.1.3 is area 1, which is going down. So that's going to be network. Let's open net. 10.1.1.12. 0003, area 1, and then you have network 10.1.1.4, 0003, area 0, and then network 2.2.2.2, 0.000, area 0. Enter. Do WR. Okay. So we got, the 14 was for 12, and then the 2, area 0, and then the 6, which is the 4 network, area 0. All right, so let's come over here, router number 5. We got the 5 and the 16 network for area 2. Okay, and the good thing about separating things into multiple areas is the fact that you can maintain any kind of issues within that area. The autonomous border router will not allow any problems to go across that particular router. Any issues within that particular area will stay there. No, what are we going to do here? Do show protocols. Okay. All right, so we got router OSPF 1, net 5.5.5.5, 0.0.0.0, area 2, net 10.1.1.16, that's the network, 0.0.0, oops, 0.3, area 2. All right, do WR. So that takes care of this particular section right here. Now we need to advertise the 10.1.1.8 and the 3.3.3.3.3 for, going that way for area 0. And of course the 10.1.1.6 for area 2, because it's in 2 different areas, this particular router. That's what they call it, an area border router. So we're going to do show protocols again. All right, so you can see there, the 10.1.1.10, that's 8, and then 16 is going to the bottom. So config T, router OSPF 1, net 10.1.1.16, 0.0.0.3. That is area 2. It's going down. That will be the 17 that you see there in front of you. The next one will be, look at that. Okay. The next one you see would be the 10.1.1.10. That will be area 0. And that would be 8. The 8 network. All right. And then you have the loopback, which is 32 net 3.3.3.3, 0.0.0.0, area 0. Do WR. Awesome. So we got that done. Let's make sure I am doing this correctly here. All right, area 2, and then area 2 going down, 0 coming up. All right. All right, that's 0, that's 0. Okay, this was 2. All right, so now all we got to do is configure the backbone, where we have the loopback, the 4, and the 8. That's what's in area 0. So we go config. Well, let's do show protocols, just as usual. All right. All right, config T. So let's do the loopback first. Router OSPF 1, net 1.1.1.1, 0.0.0.0, area 0. Everything's in area 0. So we're going to go net 10.1.1.4, 0.0.0.0, area 0. And then you have the 8, net 10.1.1.8. Oops, made a mistake. Put the wrong wildcard mask for the 10.1.1.4. So I'm going to say no. Copy. Paste. And I'll do it again. Net 10.1.1.4, 0.0.0.3, area 0. Now I'm going to go net 10.1.1.8, 0.0.0.3, area 0. Do WR. Let's take a look that everything is okay. Show start. Let's take a look at the OSPF configurations. Okay, we got the right networks, the 4 and the 8 using the 3, and then the all zeros for the loopback in area 0. Okay, so what should we see? Let's see. Show IP route. Let's take a look at our routing table. All right, and you can see here we have our O's to the loopback addresses, right, to the 2, to the 3. But if you notice that for the 10.1.1.16, All right, and for the loopback 5555, it's called an inter area. What is an inter area? An inter area is just, it's not in the same area, but it's part of the same OSPF domain. It's part of the same OSPF domain, it's just outside the area of area 0 or area 1 or area 2. If you were to look at, let's say, router 4, and you would do a show IP route. And it's taking a sweet time today. Has its issues today. All right, this one's doing it. All right, you can see that it is receiving inter-area routes from the 1.111, from the 22222, 33333, the 10.1114, and the 10.1118. These are routes. This is how you would see it. Now, there's different types. Obviously, there's external routes as well that you see, like an E1 or an E2 for external routes, meaning it's going across what's called an ASBR, an autonomous system border router, which is coming from an exterior routing protocol like BGP or another routing protocol together. It's coming from the internet. All right, so that will be either an type E1 or type E2, and there are differences between one or the other. But in this case, it's just a multiple area OSPF. They're still within the OSPF domain, just in different areas. That's why they're called inter areas. Inter areas. And you can communicate back and forth. Now, I don't know what happened to this router. That's being silly. Well, maybe it's me. Did I configure it? This is the first one I configured. Yeah, they're both in area 1. Okay, well, alrighty then, because this one here should start. As you can see, let's maximize it. Pretty much the same configuration. And let me make sure that I did put one interface in here, and here's the configuration. Is in area 0, which is the 10. Ah, okay, I see the problem. You see what I did here? I put that instead of 10.118 or 10.1.12, I should say. 10.1.1.12. So I put the actual IP address. So that's the problem right there. Okay, it's not packet tracer, it's a user error. All right, so let me go inside router, OSPF, 1, no, let's put this right here. Copy. Paste. And then I'm going to say network 10.1.1.12 0003 area 1 UWR show start. So now that should be correct. There we go. Now we got the full loading done going on. Awesome, awesome. Let's see if now show IP route. All right, there we go. Now it was just my mistake there. Now you're getting all the your OSPF routes and your inter area routes. So that is multiple area OSPF. All you really got to pay attention to is say, okay, these are my ABRs, and they're actually pointing to 2 different areas. In this case, area 0 and then area 1, and in this router, area 0 and area 2. Okay, so that's all it is. All areas, just so you know, all areas must connect back to area 0, because area 0 will update everybody else. It's the same scenario as the DR and the BDR, where the DR updates everybody else. Same deal here. everybody updates area 0 updates everybody else. Doesn't mean there's one router in area 0. It means, remember, you can have 50 routers within an area. So there could be 50 routers in area 0, and they're pointing to different, different areas are connecting to it, handling those particular areas. Okay? So that's it. Pretty simple. All you got to do is make sure, hey, which interface, so I can advertise it correctly in that particular area. And that's it. It's not that's it, but for the basics of it, that is it. Again, in your examination, you will not have to answer any question, multiple choice question on multiple areas. You will not have to configure anything that deals with multiple area or OSPF for that matter. That they may ask you something wild like you have this network statement in OSPF and you see like a wildcard max like what we did. What interfaces take part in this OSPF process? And really that's not an OSPF question, that's a subnetting question. All right. So, but that's it. That's as far as really I want to go with this, because you're not going to go ahead and be doing it for your CCNA certification. You'll be doing it for CCNP, definitely be doing it for CCIE, things of that nature. But for CCNA, no, not yet anyway. You won't have to be doing that. Be aware of it. Be aware of it, definitely. The terminology as far as aerial border routers, all right, that they bring different areas within the same OSPF domain, and autonomous system border routers, which bring in external routes, whether it be from RIP or EIGRP or BGP or the internet, into OSPF. That's different. That will be then, like I said, a type E1 or a type E2, external routes. These are internal routes because they're still part of the OSPF routing protocol. That's all. That's all that is. So I hope you enjoyed the lab. This comes to an end now. As far as OSPF, no big deal. I'll see you guys in the next section.